As they often do, border agents, airport security, and gate agents are up to their deceptive tactics. In their latest trickery, agents have been telling passengers after the passengers have had their ID scanned that the passenger needed to tell them before their ID was scanned that they wanted to opt out of biometric theft and facial recognition. So they've been intimidating people who gave their ID first before asking to opt out by saying that it's a new policy and coercing them into biometric theft. They try this stuff all the time. Do you see how conniving that is? They could easily say it before scanning, but they wait until after they've scanned. On purpose. It's complete and utter manipulative BS. I don't know about you, but all of that looks, sounds, and feels illegal. Because what they're doing is obstructing and interfering with your right to opt out. So either they're lying about this new policy, which I've documented in past videos about how they just lie to you, or by doing this, they're removing your right to opt out. Both of those seem illegal to me. Now, I've always told them that I'm opting out before I scan my ID, but nowhere does it state that you have to do it in that order. So if you happen to have your ID scanned before stating you want to opt out and they pull this illegal BS, I recommend that you repeat their policy that you have a right to opt out. In fact, if you go to this website I set up so that everyone can be informed about their right to opt out as well as consent culture and surveillance culture, you can download this pocket card that I created that has both the TSA and CBP policies on opting out, along with some tips and statements on how you can opt out. Read their own policy back to them. You have a right to opt out. And don't forget, you can ask for a supervisor and you can tell the supervisor the same thing too. I am exercising my right to opt out. Even if they pull you aside, which is often an intimidation tactic, continue to tell them that you have a right to opt out. At this website, you can also read the fine print on country and citizenship opt-out specifications. And as I always say, if you are of any identity that white, cis, het, capitalist, ableist, colonial culture doesn't want to exist, more risk is being put on you. So consider that and keep that in mind. And if you are of any identity where less risk is placed on you, that's a great opportunity to be a co-conspirator. I've been opting out of facial recognition and biometrics while traveling for almost a decade, and I've always been educating people about how it's absolutely vital that we exercise our right to opt out, because one day they're going to try to take it away from us altogether. And we can't allow the normalization of surveillance culture, and we must demand consent culture. Remember, they will and do lie to you. And this is all part of their bigger plan to make us give up our right to be asked for our consent and to comply in advance to surveillance culture. You already know what I'm going to say because I always say it. If and when you can, opt out, opt out, opt out.